being a dog with a bite. I just want to nibble on your night. So sentimental.
It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see Bryce Young. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Panthers and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And it's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Charlotte. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
The motion man is Sanders. Out of the shotgun, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down.
The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
The sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation. I think this quarterback considers himself lucky. He at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Panthers offense and Xavier Leggett headed back onto the field. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. On 1st and 10, here's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The motion man is Sanders. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's a Carolina 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Young to throw on 1st down. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Young hands it to Hubbard. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. 3rd and long. Here's Young to throw. That's to the right and caught by Sanders. That's number 40 on the season for him.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw is Young. Throwing right, it's taken in. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man is Sanders. On 2nd down, Young. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Young. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Carolina. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Play action. Here's Hurts. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On 2nd down, Hurts. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll send their tight end left. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. Hurts now. He's got it at the 3. He'll take this down to the 2, but that is it. Good job by the defense to hold it to a gain of 3 and set up 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's 7-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go again with Hubbard. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw, Young. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Young. A ball deep for the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down. Now Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. A 1st down throw for Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. And in motion is Brown. To the air again. Hurts. A quick throw out wide. Caught left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's over the middle and caught by Smith. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hurts again. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got his tight end, Sanders.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 85 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles are on top. It's now 10-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing is Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing on second down, Young. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. On play action, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. The Panthers, they're going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. On play action, Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up second down. Again, Hurts. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's got the first down. Not by a whole lot. He only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs. Now a give up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for an Eagles first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To the air again, Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
On the return is Rodgers. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Another run here with Hubbard. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, Young. That's complete to Coleman. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. A give up the middle. It's Hubbard. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. We'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Young. And that is incomplete. Reed Blankenship has the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A 1st down throw for Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Man in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, Hurts. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Hurts will try it again. He'll go left side here and complete this one. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those 2 things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. but at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO, caught by Coleman out wide.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Hubbard. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. Hurts to the air on 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Hurts again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one grabbed by Austin. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Eagles. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Young. First down throw there is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And this could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many people around the league were expecting them to come in here and win, but they are on the verge of doing just that. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. To throw, Kurtz. He runs with it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. We'll try to get this one on the ground. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A pass caught right side by Coleman. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
In middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
The motion man is Sanders. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll be taken down. Here we go. 1st and goal. The motion man is Sanders. Here's Young. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. A game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.